Hey, hello and welcome to this week's episode of the PPP When. Joining me, as per usual, is my team. So we got Donger, we got Gaff, we got JP, and we got Sabo here. So how did
Hello.
you guys feel about the game we
Hey.
played?
I feel like overall we played pretty well. Um, I think like we didn't feed too much. We actually set like some objectives, especially for game two. And so I think overall we played pretty well. We played it more like to the book. Um, I think that's what helped us get the 2-0.
To the book, the classic Terrorblade mid.
Yes, very, very, very standard. Nothing wrong with that.
I
Against Lena,
think
no less.
Yeah, it's
Skizzer used like all his bans on Mikkel heroes,
yeah.
and like I like it in theory because obviously Mikkel is our best player, but like just there's too many heroes. You can't ban them all. Like, I think he still had a lot of choices both games that were reasonable that we could have done things with.
Yeah, the reasoning behind the Terrorblade was that we thought it would likely be a Klinks mid, or even if they put a melee and put a mid, then we could do Ursa mid. And they ended up last picking the Lina, which was suboptimal for us, but it worked out. Terrorblade jungling. Who cares about lane? It actually says Drew mid. I'm pretty sure I got like 12 CS in lane or something, and it was just jungle creeps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
feel like we're significantly worse when we don't have last pick for Mikkel.
yeah, I think it definitely puts us in a weird position where like, especially, I mean, that was kind of weird that they just targeted every single band at Mikkel. Um, I think normally though it does put us in a weird position where like we kind of rely on Mikkel to at least definitely win his lane because not necessarily we don't draft optimize like good lanes for both off and safe lane. I think it's just we let the opponent get a really strong duo, and then we rely on Mikkel to just sort of like make space for us.
Me making space? Hello? Me
Watch
me
out.
punch creeps?
It's more like the let me TP top. The enemy team has to rotate there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
2-2
That's
being
true.
pushed in,
Yeah,
especially like
that's
our coordinate number.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gaff did a good job. Oh
So me and JP had a good off lane game one, and so I was like, well, hey, I didn't feed 10 deaths under 10 minutes, so I was like, let's just do Underlord Wyvern again, and we actually had easier lanes the second game, so um, I'm a pragmatic guy. I'm not afraid to pick the same hero again.
oh, but I mean, we were still a bit worried this game, right? We had pretty slow starts.
Yeah.
It was definitely some good item timings for the Lina and Klinks had a really good time. His item times are a bit weird though, because he went first item Orchid. I'm not sure what the Orchid is for, because it doesn't feel like it does anything this game.
I think he was intending on like getting it before TB could do anything in lane, or not in lane, but in game.
I mean, even before I had Manta, he just hit me with the Orchid on, and I just lived, because I'm Terrorblade, and I had like 18 armor or something. Yeah, I'm not sold on that build. I think they played pretty well though. But I mean, we had the Terrorblade, and we had like better team fight, and I think that's why we won this game. Donger
Yep,
also
we had a
came
lot of
back and
team
did
push,
really
right?
well.
I'm just waiting for a course to get farmed.
Yeah. Any more thoughts on game number one?
Not really.
Terrorblade's a good hero.
Terrorblade is a good hero.
So knowing that
Uh,
Terrorblade is a good hero, Terrorblade lost game two. Thoughts?
Explain.
Explain America.
I mean, shit's got some good kills on me with the Sunder, and to follow up, Underlord does not like that hero at all. At least once he gets his level 6. But laning wise for me, I think it was pretty easy. He had to farm jungle after I was level 3.
Yeah, very good. It's also very good versus him later on in the game. The aura removes a lot of Terrorblade's damage.
And the Q just sort of bypassing his armor, and the W as well, just sort of like crowd like controlling his illusions.
Yeah.
Since the illusion just kind of stay in the same place.
Yeah, I think maybe we should have gone for some Lotus Orbs, because he always got the Sun Drop. We didn't do it this game, unfortunately. Don't think we talked about it at all. We just forgot about it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but you know what else is good versus Sunder? You just cheapen.
That's true.
Yeah, you got an early sheep. I was like, when you said like, oh, like, you know, if we don't kill Terrorblade after winters, I'll just sheep. I'm like, wait, you have a sheep? Very impressed by
Dude, the
that.
90 GPM at level 10 is just like so good.
Yeah. No force staff though.
I was
Force
thinking
staffs
about
are
it.
for wussies, man.
I had a
Yeah.
pike game 1. Is that the only force staff?
I at 3,000 gold, like I could buy a 4-staff right now, but I could just like save and get a sheep. So
No,
I
that's
just did that. I
that's,
felt like that would have more.
it's just
Yeah, I
classic
got
team
some
debated.
speed items instead of force.
Yeah, I think we're almost guaranteed playoffs now because we're gonna have really good SOS because we've been up there since the start.
Yeah, we played Rainy and Bubs. I think they both 2-0'd today too. So
Yeah, we definitely played like some top tier teams. But yeah, I don't know. What happened this game? I mean, we won most lanes. You know, Donger fucking popping off 18-1.
Yeah, man. I think they didn't respect Ursa game 1. I don't know why. I mean, they were like, oh, he had a bad laning stage game 1. They
They
picked a
were-
really bad hero. I mean, they probably thought Weaver was fine against it, which I don't think it is. And I play a lot of Ursa. So I just sort of thought, you know, oh, top will be fine, even with the Ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ogre was doing work against me.
So both games they just banned my heroes again, game 2. So we were free to pick whatever we wanted, which is why we ended up with 3 heroes that worked out pretty well last game. Because yeah, they didn't want to see my heroes, but yeah, we did fine regardless, and I think game 2 was a better showing. I got pretty worried when we didn't manage to end the game with the second Aegis, but you know it was okay. It was okay. They were pretty far behind. I just felt like we were gonna have this terrible issue if we didn't end the game, but I think I was a bit stressed out, and I should have calmed it down a bit, I think. So
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, in theory, you're right. Like we definitely have trouble late game, but I think you underestimated how far we were ahead. Maybe.
yeah. Like when I was saying that, we had like a 20k goalie at 25 minutes. Like that's when I started getting worried. Like that was the second Aegis timing, and yeah, we weren't really having any issues. I think we just the first time we went high ground, we just focused on heroes. We didn't hit buildings, so it was sort of
Buildings,
bad.
lol.
Yeah, we managed to get a range tracks only the first time, but
They use a lot of buybacks though. It's still like a pretty huge.
not the first.
advance
I don't
increase.
think first time they
Did
used that
they?
many.
I think they used 2
No, I think
buybacks.
it was only Windrunner, possibly the first time.
I focused on buildings, like 10k building damage.
Should have got the
That's
talent.
I mean, sorry I
Dude,
can
really?
I'm an Underlord. Sorry I had good.
It seems so high for an Underlord, actually. Oh, you have the AC.
Yeah, they see in the 70 attack speed talent at level 20.
All right. So do you guys have any final words on this? Any shoutouts? Any callouts, Donger?
I don't think it's worth banning out McKill heroes. You know, you kind of like leave yourself open to the other team. I mean, you know, we're not like all stars, but I think we have some respect bans.
No JB heroes were banned, and he didn't play a JB
That
hero.
was actually really surprising. They just said, you know, JB, we don't need to worry about him.
Yeah.
You're just not relevant anymore, JB. I bet.
I'm okay with that.
Gaff.
Don't ban my heroes.
Nothing from me.
All right, JB.
I don't have a shout out, but just real quick. So, like, say that last game we had last pick. They banned 6 of your heroes. Was there what hero would you have picked there if like your other heroes weren't banned?
Oh, it was a really good Arcorn game.
Oh, okay.
Like it was definitely an Arcorn game. No, like look at their heroes. There's no way it's not an
that's
Arcorn
true.
game.
The terrible idea.
Yeah, Terraland Windrunner. It's definitely an Arcorn game.
And I guess well, the Weaving.
But didn't they ban the Arc Warden?
Yeah, they first.
Oh
did
yeah,
it.
I'm saying like what he would have picked if
Ah,
they didn't ban. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, out of those heroes, that's definitely the hero that does good in lane versus Windrunner. It's like a draw lane, and you know it does really good in the game. So I was definitely not picking Anti-Mage. I'll say that much.
Monka.
Yeah, Sabo.
Anti-mage mid? Doesn't sound
Yeah,
right.
shout out to JB and Zamo for boosting me to Legend 1 last night. Thanks.
What are you talking about? Zelf
Or I mean,
fan.
those two weird people that were mentored by those two people. Yeah.
All right. Also, a shout out to Yoda, who unfortunately couldn't play with us tonight. We hope to see him back next week, though. It's always a pleasure to play with.
Very funny man.
Yep. And thank you guys for joining me. And GG's.
GG's.
All right. Up next, we got the real Badger. Hello, Badger, sir.
Hey, Compass, how are you doing, sir?
Dude, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You know, got some W's.
Nice.
Yeah, I see some W's for you as well. Talk to me about those.
Yeah, first time in 2 seasons, I have 2 out of series, so I'm very happy about that. So
Yeah.
let's go into game number 1, because this is, as you can tell, a bit of a slaughter.
Yep. It's a 16-minute game.
It is. We have Zelfer, because my first round pick was unavailable due to school obligations or something like that, so I called on Admin Zelfer to rig our games, and clearly Admin Zelfer DDoSed the enemy team so we can win in 16 minutes. They accidentally random brewed in the draft thanks to Admin Zelfer rigging for us, so thank you, Zelfer. Very appreciated.
Did they really?
They really random brewed mother as the last pick.
All right. Yeah. That sucks.
It didn't really go the way they wanted it to.
No, I can tell.
This game number 1 is kind of this slaughter where we ran at them and they died and they didn't have the heroes they needed to win Dota 2 and they lost. Game 2?
Sure, game 2.
I'll move your schedule along.
Yeah, I don't mind. I talked to my team for quite some time, so.
Why I need to account for that, right? Because these games are very short, very little substance to them. Get it done in like 3.5 minutes. Very simple. All right, game number 2 has more substance to it. So I want you to look up the hero I'm playing real fast.
All right, let's take a look at the Badger Phoenix. So
Yeah, I'm
you're
playing
telling
Phoenix.
your team that you are the true Phoenix player. Fuck the rest, right?
Because
Or are you
we
just
were-
embracing your team name?
We were picking Centaur Phoenix, right? And for some reason, Sil wanted to play the Centaur instead of the Phoenix. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm playing Phoenix now. Even though I have 2 different Phoenix spammers on my team. So
How many times have you played Phoenix, Badger?
I think this is my second career game as Phoenix.
All right, how do you think you did?
About a 7 out of 10. I did better than I thought I would. I hit most of my spells most of the time.
How was it like laning with Selfer?
Zelfer is actually a god gamer. See, they call him Zelfer the Legend, as in the Legend 5 gamer, but he definitely plays above the Legend 5 in the draft sheet. That's for god gamers. I mean, Zelfer's fun to lane with. He understands his limitations. He's pretty good at playing pretty conservatively in lane, which is nice because I could just not die that way. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to win some games.
I'm not used to this feeling, you know. This is a feeling that is completely foreign to me, so I'm feeling very.
I mean, I feel good for you as well. You know, a happy Badger. You know, that makes a happy Mikkel.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, overall, this game was very interesting because they picked this Alchemist hero and they couldn't get enough farm on Alchemist, and that was bad because they have an Alchemist. This is a very, I call it a pretty simplistic series. I could go more strategically deep into what we did here, but I think Zion would be mad if I did, so that is the full depth to what I can say strategically there. All I know is
what's your score now?
We're 5-7. We're recovering, man.
All
We're
right.
mathematically still in playoffs, possibly.
Yeah. Mathematically still in playoffs, possibly.
I'm just happy I enjoyed my Dota 2 games. I'm not walking away from this series depressed or anything, so I'm feeling pretty.
All right. So yeah, do you have any final thoughts? Any shout outs to college you'd like to make?
Oh, shout out some calls. I love doing those. All right, so I'm going to shout out my boy Zelfer for standing in. Very much appreciated. I'm going to shout out Auto Attacks, the PMA man himself. Let's talk to him soon. Also want to shout out Redondo because my man Redondo is almost certainly coming back next season, which excites me immensely. And shout out to you, Mikhail, for hosting this. Send me away, sir. Have a great one.
You too, sir. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Of course.
All right, we got auto attacks, I believe. Yeah, auto attacks. Hello, auto attacks.
Hello.
So I actually had the pleasure of watching the start of game one here. So yeah, just how do you feel after what happened today?
Well, game one, pretty bad. So there's a lot of things that go wrong in that game. First off, Dr. Z isn't like super comfortable on Necro, which he like communicated by asking which hero he was playing a couple of times, and I didn't really pick up on that. But yeah, you can see he goes Guardian Greaves on Necro instead of Treads, Hood, Yules against the Pugna.
Yeah, I was
And
also
then-
commenting on that while I was watching. I was typing in the EST Sun Discord.
Yeah, that was not ideal. And then also our Huskar trades deaths with Storm, which is like, it sucks that he died first on the first one, but then he just dies to him on the second one,
Yeah.
which is also not great.
I mean,
And
does he
then-
play a lot of Huskar?
Some.
Yeah.
He said
it's,
he said he liked the hero there, so
yeah. It didn't seem like at least he had played that much up. Maybe he's used to playing it versus like melee heroes, because he was level 1. He didn't even have the burning spears, and he was like taking creep aggro and hitting the storm, tanking remnants.
I thought you were supposed to tank creep aggro until you hit half HP, and then you just like
yeah,
remain
but then you
normally.
stop tanking remnants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch too much because I had my own lane going on where there's a Pugna Tusk, and if I get hit by
Yeah,
shards, things can go very wrong.
But it's also like Huskar, if you're behind, it's very hard to get back into it. So like you're trying to play like you normally do after he died the first time, but you're already behind like a full level. It's actually hard to get
Yeah.
into it.
That sounds pretty reasonable. So yeah, that didn't go well, and then I went for this first item Orchid because I was like, oh, things are not going well anywhere else, and we have a storm going out of control, so I better do that.
Yeah.
And then Ogre just like multicasts me twice because I've got no HP because I've got this Orchid. And then Storm zips on me and kills me instantly while I'm just inside the pull duration.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had like a couple of we had some missed spells during team fights. Our Huskar died once because our Tiny missed some spells, and then I missed a Poison Nova trying to be cute and going for the low ground to high ground on the corner during a fight. Yeah, that was. I don't know if there's that much to talk about in this game because I feel like we had a win condition. Like if Huskar gets off the ground and we keep the PL down on net worth, and then we just like deathball him kind of. Like it seems pretty easy for us to start taking towers in that with a Huskar who's got a lead.
Yeah. But if you don't have a lead, game gets
Yeah,
complicated.
then we have some plague wards
Yeah.
to defend our base.
Nothing to fall back on.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have any more thoughts on game number 1?
I think that pretty much covers it.
All right, so let's take a look at the 75-minute game 2.
Yeah. So this game, as you can see with the draft, we pick up an Arc Warden, and they respond with a last pick Brood Mother. So we have 3 of these cancer heroes that we've picked during the course of these 2 games. And also we have Dr. Z, who is playing support because he was like, no, I don't want to play the Drow. Jambato can play the Drow, right? He was telling me about how he plays Drow.
All right, well, that's interesting. I mean, Dr. Z played mid versus DNM and won a game, so he's
That's true.
yeah,
No, he can play mid and beat DNM, but the safe lane is just it's not his thing, you know.
Yeah. I'm surprised you landed the arc first, Super. I guess it somehow worked out.
We just kind of start. Arc Warden just started there for like the first couple levels, and then went jungle, and then we had Wyvern go there from
Yeah. Okay.
top, and then Wyvern just held the lane with
Awkward
level
in
3
jungle.
Splinter Blast.
Do max
Yeah, he
bubble?
just-
What did he do? No, he didn't go bubble.
No, he just had his nukes in that.
He still
And
went
then,
flux though. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
think
don't
you
know.
go Wraith.
I wasn't looking at him jungle. I was
I'm
in
sorry.
the
I'm
1-2
sorry,
lane.
dude. I'm sorry.
good.
I think I'm
Yeah.
judging your mid player too much here.
Dude, we won the game.
Yeah, you won the game. You are not incorrect.
So yeah, and then we had the Drow and we had the Brew, and the game went super late because both teams were just being really passive, right? Because we just had the Wyvern sitting middle, and they had Brood sitting middle, and we had the Arc Warden sitting middle. So there's just like Arc Warden's just farming the jungle and popping into the lane sometimes. Wyvern's holding the lane against the Brood, and I'm just like running at top lane, and things are going okay. And then yeah, the game got drawn out to the point where Arc Warden got online, and I hit my 25 on Brew. And this is the first game I played with the 25 on Brew.
The Octarine.
And yeah, I went for the Octarine.
Yeah, what is the downtime, like 6 seconds, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. It was literally 0 seconds with Arcane Rune, which I got a couple of times. So yeah, you're just popping split to go push the lane with the Fire and Wind Panda and trying to cyclone people later, and you're just taking a little bit of safe farm here and there, or just leaving the Earth Panda someplace safe.
Seems good to me.
Yeah, so we just kind of, once I hit 25, we took a like really prolonged fight at the enemy base and took a lane and a half of racks. And after that, it was just this gigantic split push where any offensive movement by either team was punished. And eventually there was this team fight where Jugger died 3 times, once with the Aegis. And then we just ran it down middle.
As you do.
Yeah.
Alright, at least you got a pretty exciting game after that game 1. That probably didn't feel too good.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I think that's the story of every single one of our wins. We have this abysmal game 1, and then game 2 we come back, and it's a pretty good game.
So your mid player has now shown that he plays Huskar, Meepo, and Arc Warden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice free agent you got there, sir.
No, I'm playing off lane instead of safe lane though. I could be playing some PL and TB.
Oh, I got to play Terrorblade mid. Feels good.
Oh, Terrorblade mid, nice.
Yeah, versus Lina,
a
classic lane.
Max Reflection.
I was laning versus Lina. I went for the Max Illusion jungle build. Yeah. I mean, you had some experience with that in this game, of course. You're mid, also not going mid. But yeah, do you have any closing thoughts, any shoutouts or any callouts you'd like to make?
No, I'm not coming up with any good shoutouts or callouts this game. So just shout out to a good game of Dota and another game of Dota that we played in the first game.
All right, shout out to Games of Dota. That's great. Thank you very much for taking the time and coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
We'll talk to you
tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Yep. Wait, what is that? It still looks fine. Okay, we got Skip coming up for Reddish. Welcome, Skip.
Oh, I was dragged. Albino wants to join as well.
All right, there we go. All right, we got Vinyl as well as Skip here.
Hoggers.
Yeah, so let's get into game number 1.
You want to start?
Fucking awful.
Just go for it. Let's start with the draft. What happened?
The strat was Skip and Smack have similar hero pools, so I just banned out most of their most played heroes.
Hero pool. I have a
Didn't
Hero
work
Ocean,
out.
dude.
Huh?
I have a Hero Ocean, dude. Come on. I know. I think you kind of left us like our best picks for other players, so it was pretty easy to just pick like our off lane, like their two best heroes, and then raise you good hero, and I just get whatever carry was left after you banned 6 carries or whatever.
Yeah, it was not fun. This team has shattered my team almost. Probably should not have picked Tinker with Zeus in the pool. That is a huge mistake.
Yeah, I think that last ban was a little confusing because we're gonna pick Tinker. Lino's not gonna versus Tinker. It's okay.
We banned Lena mostly because at that point we were like, what else does Skip play?
I don't play Lina. What the fuck?
I've seen games of you on Lena, mate.
I've only played Lina one time this year, I think. I can check.
But that no bueno. That is not the strat. I also think Smack is the best possible stand-in they could have had. And I wanted to reject, but same rank. He was not adjusted, so didn't feel right too. Shout out to Skip for being like 17 minutes late.
Oh, dude, I was not home. That's my bad. The movie went on a little bit too long.
I did not even. I gave him like a level 1 draft penalty, so they lost like 30 seconds of reserve time.
Feels
I wanted. That was just like, okay.
I gotta call me out, dude. The fuck.
That was fucking awful. Holy shit. I cannot fathom what lane I can pick that will win the safe lane on my team.
Win the safe lane.
There is no hero combination that we've tried that has resulted in a safe lane 1.
I think that's just due to the meta, though. A lot
I
of
mean,
the meta is
you won the safe lane though.
I mean, yeah.
Huh?
I mean, I don't lose
Like,
lanes, so
Skip. Okay, it's easy for Skip to win it when I'm solo Underlord against Bane Jug, who already have a 1 level advantage on me.
But you had a Wyvern. I was confused on why you had the Wyvern top instead of the Shaman. Any like thoughts on that?
Like
Why
our
you-
thought, my thinking on that was, it is a sad fucking time for Wyvern to try and do anything to a Centaur. You have Q on a 50-second cooldown. It's not doing much. Like, at least with Shaman, he can at least like maybe save the CK. And also, if you have Shaman CK, you have like 7 seconds of guaranteed disable.
Not guaranteed. Both heroes have stuns / interrupts.
Like,
or shackles or whatever.
you shackle 1, and then if the Willow doesn't already have stun on you, you're gonna get full duration shackle off, and then you can hex right before it goes off.
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem though is that like you have the Wyvern is fine because the Wyvern is a hero that you just push lane or you like just harass, but you can't really harass a Juggernaut because you have or a Bane even because they both have healing spells with the Brain Sap and the Healing Word. So it's kind of like you do this harass thing top lane, and then I just took in have wand plus healing word, and I don't really take that much damage. But like if you have like Underlord plus Shaman, then you have this like insane right click advantage where a Shaman does like 74 base damage, Underlord does 61 plus fucking passive gives them like.
But even
at
if I
least
do
20
that,
more.
I still die to spin Nightmare because we have to send 3 bottom because our Chaos Knight has lost lane so hard.
All right, it's a lot about the lanes now. Can we try to focus on some more parts of the game, please?
Yeah. Mid game, I think we just had a super good lane advantage. We had a lot more net worth than they did at like 10 minutes. I mean, not that much more net worth, but we had heroes that could use the net worth better. So
We had
like
a
CK
glimmer of hope at like 27 minutes. I think we killed 3 of you. And that
what
was it.
happened? Was that the bottom racks thing where I blinked in
Yeah,
and
it was
died?
where we took Aegis off of you, and we had a glimmer
Yeah.
of hope there.
That Glimmer Cape was really good. Glimmer Cape the Tinker was like jumped on him with Nullfire and almost killed him. And then I manted and then I got Hex instantly after Manta. Was very surprised that worked.
I felt real
It's
bad for
like-
DNM though. Like
Oh, yeah.
It's Jug, so he already has spin, and then Tinker, and then it's Zeus, so like Tinker is gonna be hard to team fight without playing perfectly.
Yeah. He won lane though.
That we lost the side lane so hard that every team fight after that was pretty much just him doing his best, and maybe I throw down a Pit of Malice. I don't know.
Yeah.
We at one point I was just like, well, at least our high ground is oppressive. So, because we have
Yeah,
Tinker, we have Wyvern, we have
Underlord, Tinker.
Underlord, like high ground oppressive. The problem is we lost every team fight so hard, and lost all the lanes.
Even if you have like, if you can defend high ground, we still take towers pretty easily. You can always spin, hit towers. Not much you can do about that.
That was what I thought of. I was like, well, it's oppressive, but they're just gonna spin and slowly chip the tower
even
down.
Centaur can just get hit by return and take towers.
But could not kill it. Red HQ, I was counting on him being a little over aggressive. Did not happen. In a way that was beneficial.
Both games.
All right, I think we're gonna move on to game number 2 here. Okay.
Yeah.
Game 2, we're triggered. We lost. I did not want this Timbersaw. I wanted something like Shadow Fiend, which still doesn't answer the Morphling that you picked, but it's at least better than fucking Timbersaw.
Yeah, I was surprised with the PLTB bans again first phase. I mean, I guess both heroes are pretty good.
Okay,
so.
TB, we can't win against TB. It is almost impossible.
Okay.
My carry doesn't play TB, so I can't even pick it. So I have to ban TB because it's a silly hero right
play
now.
TB. Oh.
Anybody can play fucking TB at your level. You better be able to hit fucking Q and R.
Yeah. I was kind of confused for the Bristleback first phase. It was kind of like, don't really think a hero is strong enough to pick it first phase.
Like, it's pretty much solely to counter the Centaur. I picked Bristle and it's like, okay, I'm gonna just sit in this lane and we're gonna trade a farm here. And then you picked I didn't want to pick Axe because I knew Red HQ plays a lot of heroes that make axes just hate their life.
Yeah,
and then you already
I
took
think
the Centaur.
You guys banned the Juggernaut Bane, which was kind of like the Bane ban was okay, but I was like the Juggernaut ban was just like question marking because
the Juggernaut was because somebody said they wanted a Timber, and I'm like, okay, we can't have this same thing as last game where he spins and we can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not want this Timber when you had Morph because I'm like, all right, this Morph gets farm. What do we do? Nothing. We've no answer for a farm Morph. Oh, you want Orchid on Clinks? Hey, it's gonna have Lincoln.
I didn't go Lincoln's again. I want like fighting.
Didn't need it. Now you ended game at like 20 minutes.
Yeah, 22 minutes. I had this like.
You with the bird strat and we lost.
Yeah, I think we also like countered your lanes really hard. I think.
So here's the summary of this game. He just sent Winter Wyvern and Phoenix to mid and top, and just he got kills each time, so it worked out. And then Dragon Knight just sat bottom, not dying.
Oh, Deanna died solo mid like twice. That feels bad for him.
It was not a fun game on either end. I think the best team fight we had was a trade. It wasn't even a clean fight.
I think was that the one that I died bottom shrine?
Yeah,
I was also misplaying. I definitely could have lived. I tried to go full heal instead of just like taking a half heal and living.
Yeah,
because I went full energy to get the shrine heal.
My team is shattered our confidence. I don't know what heroes I can pick to win the safe lane.
I think that game was a lot that like we knew what you were gonna lane, so like we had our lane set up that we wanted. That was good. So I was going mid morph first Timber, which I was expecting. And the DK went bottom, which was the Clinks, which I was expecting to run the Clinks there. So we kind of just countered your laning phase really hard.
You expected a Clinks in the off lane?
Yeah, because Bristleback doesn't really do anything versus Wyvern Morph, but he's pretty good against Phoenix Centaur. And then and Clinks counters Morphling, and then you pick the Timbersaw from mid, and DNM played it, and he knew he was gonna go. He's not gonna go off lane, so.
Yeah. Oh, also, my 4 and 5s got confused as to which heroes they wanted. If I have a a fucking Crusader 4 and an Ancient 1. Which one do you think should be on the Ogre?
Oh, what? I didn't even notice this.
Nutter, for some reason, locked Ogre before the other guy could get Earthshaker, and then we just went with it. Because Nutter's like, I'm not that great of an Earthshaker anyway. It's like, well,
I was kind of confused on why the Earthshaker was sitting mid because it was like, I guess it killed me once, and I was like, oh, I guess he's here still because he stayed mid for
that's
like
why I
maybe
picked
30
that boy
minutes.
fucking Ogre most of the time because he just sits mid and like he's the perfect support for a DNM draft because he's just keeping the lane with DNM's items. He's giving him clarities and salves, and then he took the Earthshaker and it's like, what are you doing? Stop. Oh, and
Yeah,
then we
it was
don't
just
have
kinda
a
like-
we don't have a bloodlust target. We have a bristle.
He did. Yeah, he did. I like morphed into fucking ogre at like 20 minutes, and I was like, he doesn't have bloodlust? Question mark? Because you guys have like Clinks, and Clinks is good with bloodlust.
Like,
And, I mean, even
it's
Bristle
Clink's
is good,
bristle.
too. Bristle actually with bloodlust. I think he just that game is like you have no way of killing your heroes, really.
We have
Commercial
no way
didn't-
of killing a morph. We can kill
Commercial
everyone.
had to go defensive items, and he couldn't go like any aggressive items, so I kind of just roam free.
All right.
And
Well,
then,
yeah.
yeah.
Go for any final thoughts on the series.
Fuck smack.
All right.
Yep.
Nothing skip.
Pick DNM heroes. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys have any callouts, any shoutouts, Skip?
I'm good, dude. Shout out to Red HQ for being the draft god.
Vinyl?
No. Shout out to Mellifux for casting. Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah, he
not on
casted game one.
Twitch. Only in game. You watch Incline or you get no cast.
Okay.
And only game 1. Can't wear out that voice too much.
Of course. Well, thanks a lot for joining me, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we got like, I actually got 4 people coming up now. We got Bubba, Near, Remster, and Ray. Yeah, I believe that's it. All right, I'm now joined by 4 different people from Bubba's team. So
There is one.
no, I didn't miss anyone, right?
No, yep.
I think you're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. So how are you guys doing?
Doing quite all right.
Good.
Doing great.
All right.
How
So
do you
I'm fine, dude. I'm fine. Had some good games, you know.
Same.
Yeah. So yeah, talk to me about game number 1.
Yeah, we went to game number 1. We just, as any other team want to win against Wise, we just banned, the Centaur and Bloodseeker. Then and we knew that he wanted the Phoenix, so we just since we didn't see them banning the Silencer, so we just let the Phoenix through, and he picked Phoenix, so we just countered it with Silencer. And after we picked Brewmaster, they picked Venge, then they picked Juggernaut, and we knew that they want to counter the Brewmaster. Bubs was like, I'm just gonna pick Ogre for myself. It wasn't like there was no plan after it. And then I think they picked the Abaddon to counter the Ogre. I'm not sure if you pick your pause 3 to counter the pause 5, but that's why I think why they picked the Abaddon there. They just want to counter the Ogre in lane. And after we saw the Dusa, we remembered the ultimate counter to Dusa.
It's a Mikkel sniper.
Didn't work out for me though. It worked out for you guys.
That game was a wild one.
That game was pretty fun.
Yeah, so we just picked the sniper, and Bubs wanted the sniper for like 3 weeks now. So it worked, and we picked the sniper. So sniper did really well. Reapster went off and sniper mid.
My one death was committing for mega creeps, and I didn't even get it. It was like 20 HP.
Yep, and my lane was really hard. Like playing against the Phoenix Abaddon with Ogre. Like Ogre was really useless in that lane just because they just purchased the stuff, and they just like spam Fire Spirits and dive me and stuff. So it was really rough. But it was like in the in 15 minutes, we just start smoking and ganking the Dusa in the jungle. And we gank the Dusa, we kill her, and the other team, for some reason, the Phoenix just dives and egg with level 6. And so we just kill the egg after that. And we just start feeding after this. And we won the game.
Yeah, no, there's not much. Like, all the lanes we basically went even. And technically, I think in Dota Buff it says I won mid, but even it felt like it was just trading farm. I was going to the jungle. Dusa went to the jungle too. But I mean, obviously, Sniper's going to come out ahead against Dusa in late game, so it doesn't matter to me.
It's a decent lead for you. It was about 1,000 gold, 1,000 XP.
Yeah, nothing like significant.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Dusa leaving lane to jungle like minute 9 or something like this. She left lane. Then we start just ganking her. I lift bottom. I lift up down alone.
Yeah,
we just start ganking the Dusa.
We put words down on both the ancient camps to see when she was farming them.
Yeah, and then they just reacted to the Dusa ganks, but they failed to react to it, and they just start feeding more kills to us, so we ended up getting Roche and just getting mid-drags.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are looking really fucking solid.
Yeah, so far our teamwork is really like we listen to one call. Our team always like we're always together. We never complain. We never have a second option. We just like when like sometimes when we decide to do something, we just do it. We never come back on our words.
Yeah.
We just go for it.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing about our team. Like we never just like change our minds. And if we change our minds, most of the time we just change it together and we just back together or we go in someone together. It's a really good team environment we have.
Yeah, that's nice to hear. Do you guys have any more thoughts on game number 1?
Go Sniper.
All right, so game number 2 then.
Yeah. This one was a bit longer, but same outcome.
We played Morphling mid.
Yeah, I've been practicing Morphling for the last week. I played him like 6 times mid just to practice it. I picked it like against Pugna, against Konka. I picked it against all our heroes. I didn't pick it against Arc Warden. But in the early laning phase, I think I was losing. It was really hard. I didn't know. I couldn't trade with him effectively. But then after that, it just became easier and easier with levels. And the thing about Morphling mid, I think the hero actually can fight early with his level 6. With the change in his ulti. I think he really can fight early. It's not like you need just to farm and get your items like before. And since you get a lot of levels from it, so you just can go and gank other lanes or just destroy the mid laners with the denies.
I thought that their Shadow Demon pick and Slaughter pick was a bit odd. Usually pick SD with an illusion based hero. So I think that was kind of
we were expecting a Luna last pick for them, but I'm not sure why they went for the Ember Spirit. And the reason we picked Spectre in that game, we just wanted the Spectre actually from my side of view, from my view, I just wanted the Spectre to split push the lane that Arc Warden is focusing, and I just wanted him to join the fights whenever we need him. And he can't create chaos, so Morphling can do whatever he wants in the fight.
I can jump on top of the Arc Warden too in fights.
Yeah. Really solid hero versus Arc Warden.
Yeah, and we sent the Spectre with Lich offlane, and we sent Abaddon the hero bottom. And Abaddon had a good game as well.
Yeah, it looks like it worked out for your team. You came out ahead quite a bit from the lanes.
Yeah. Just the only reason this game delayed was just a split push from Ember Spirit and Arc Warden.
Yeah, that is the one issue with your team. You don't really have catch.
Yeah, we forced high ground.
Yeah.
Sorry, mister.
Every few times, no, it's like every single fight, like every time I had Haunt up, we just have all 4 of our teammates just like run down a lane with Nier, and then as soon as like a fight would start to happen, I would just Haunt, and then normally we'd be like near like high, like we got all the tier 2s like around 25 minutes I think, and then at that point we just go high ground. Like Ember might not have died, but he's just like he's split pushing a lane. But the thing is with Ember, you don't push towers very well, so he's like he can get the creeps there, but then he can't really kill buildings. So we just push a lot faster with Morphling, just hitting buildings for like 150 damage each. So it worked out a lot better that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have Jakiro pushing as well. I mean, all of it worked out. So yeah.
It all adds up. I mean, you have a lot of defensive capabilities too with the Abaddon, the Lich Armor, so pretty easy to.
Yeah, Abaddon was really good, especially against the Nullifier Orchid.
Yeah.
It was really good. And I'm not sure about picking starter offlane in this meta. That's really bad
Yeah.
because
I mean, the ogre starter, he was really fast. I remember just like him going down the river at like speed.
Mach 2.
yeah, and the heroes they picked with Slaughter were really weird. Like I don't know, like Slaughter got an early blink, but he couldn't do anything because there was no follow up from his teammates.
Yeah, that's where maybe you want a different build in the Arc Warden. You can actually do something early.
Yeah.
Blade Mail I think would have been good this game because if Morphling jumps it, you can just Blade Mail and then Morphling takes a lot of damage and can't like hit you.
I will stop at him.
Okay, I really like going Pike when you're playing Respector though.
And Morphling? Oh, and then Arc Warden?
Yeah. I've also been doing some Diffusal builds. It's actually pretty okay with that hero, I think.
The diffusals, yeah.
I'm not an Arc Warden player myself, so I don't know.
Don't worry about it. You know, you see a lot of different builds. Like in the pro scene now, like there's a lot of people just going Necro 1 just to farm.
Yeah, Necros, yeah.
Yeah, Necro 1 just pushing lane. You farm very fast with it, so.
It's not complete uptime though with the clone is the thing. So you don't have it every clone usage. You have it every second clone usage.
Yeah.
But it is you can have 100% uptime on a Necrobook, but not two. But yeah, do you guys have any more thoughts on the series?
The series itself.
I think really. I thought it's gonna be harder, but it actually was really easy both games.
Oh, we got Bilski Brewmaster. That was one thing.
And yeah,
Bilski finally.
And we got our Pistachio. We got his Lich.
Yeah, his favorite.
And we got Sniper.
Yeah, they banned Lich game the first 3 game 1, but they let it through game 2. So.
Then we got the Morphling too.
Yeah, and we picked Morphling for the first time. So we picked too many heroes for the first time. Even Spectre, I think this is the first time we picked Spectre. Also Jakiro, like all our drafts except for the Abaddon. All the picks except for Abaddon, Lich is our new heroes for us.
All right.
So our team is gonna be really hard to ban against. And I think in the future we have a big hero pool, and I think so far we played all the top teams. I'm not sure how the other teams are doing and how good they are. But I think now we just played you, played Rainy, we played Wise, which are the top teams, and we did well, I think, in all of them. So I think our team is looking good towards the playoffs.
Yeah, it's obviously a bit different format, as you will be playing some Sunday teams first this season, no matter what, for the playoffs. So, but
it looks like there's other teams that are doing good, like Brightside's team, they're getting better. Guam's team, Envy's team, Patience team, they're actually getting better. So we need to keep improving as well. Otherwise, they're gonna just catch up to us.
All right. Just any callouts or shoutouts from any of you guys?
I'll shout out Wise for help. We did like morning pubs this morning at like 8 in the morning. He warmed me up for the series. Thanks, Wise.
And my shout out is Go Packers.
I don't know. We don't know who we're playing next week, right? It's not been announced yet. Yeah, I don't see it. So, oh wait, is it? Oh, they're out. Wait, who do we play? We play Envy. So Envy, we're coming for you.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, guys.
Accept the full Katrine. All right. Thank you, Mika.
Have a good night. All right. Up next, we got Mr. Brightside. This we do that. This. Mr. Brightside, hello.
Hello there, Mr. Mikkel.
Well, you seem pretty chipper. I take it your games went well tonight?
They went very well. It was a very, very good night.
All right, talk to me about that.
The team rallied behind me getting immortal, clearly. I mean, not really. So we picked Marana for Akiri with Bloodlust. And then they didn't draft like any really like hard lockdown outside of Shadow Shaman. So it was like a really free, like any carry game with mobility. So I just last picked Void. And they last picked Necro for like a good mid matchup for their mid player, for like their immortal player. But they have no save for Chrono. So I just Chrono the immortal player and then we win the fight every time.
Yeah. This is actually the third Clinks I see tonight who just went first item Orchid, I think.
It's so bad, dude. I actually can't figure out like what the fuck this team was doing in either game. Like they were just like running around like as one or two people like just randomly on random parts of the map. Like we would just be like playing somewhere and there'd just be an Undying. We just kill him for free. Also, I'm sure teams will maybe start to look at Dazzle. I'm very big on that hero. Very, very big on that hero.
Yeah, that hero has been underrated for a while. He's been starting to see some light in the
I
pro
picked
scene,
him in
though.
like 4 straight officials, I think. And I think no, I didn't pick him in 1, but we've won 3 straight officials with the hero. So ban it against us, bitches.
Maybe.
I mean, we also like Yoda had a really rough lane, but he just like they took like these really weird engagements in the early game, and like they just let Yoda get like a free T2 mid pretty much as DK, and they were just fighting top, and they didn't really get anything. So we pretty much just out executed them, out farmed them, maneuvered them for most of the game. So yeah, I mean it was a stomp.
Yeah, I mean I see a Yasha on the Necrophos and a Nullifier on the DK. Is he good?
I think was he going Manta man for the Radiance,
No,
dude?
I think the game might have been almost over at that point. It says he bought it at 28. The game was 29.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
Also, the Enchantress lane went fucking horrendously. Like I left the hero. I made like a conscious decision to leave Ench in the pool, and it laned against me plus Dazzle, Void plus Dazzle, and we just denied every creep. And I had like 3 levels on him. So yeah, that was game 1.
Yeah, sounds pretty fucking good. Yeah, let's get into game number 2 then, which took a bit longer, a bit closer.
Oh my god. Dude, this game. Oh my god. Okay, they picked 3 just mega beefy cores. They picked Timber, Bristle, Tiny, and they literally were sitting outside our T3 mid for like 10 minutes straight, but they can't really hit buildings. And so eventually, like, I just got like I got a Blink Silver Edge, and we just fucking like could just like slaughter any of them because they still had no save. And then I bought a Desolator on Axe.
Classic.
Dude, it was fucking MLG. We didn't have any tower push. Well, we did, but like we got AC plus Deso plus Bloodlust, and like none of our heroes hit buildings really except Mirana, but we fucking slapped them. And also, it was really fun. So, I mean, this was like the clowniest game of Dota I've played in a hot minute. There was 74 kills. I mean, just look at the kill feed. I think like there was like 10 kills in the first 5 minutes.
Yep, that's a lot of kills. There's more than 10. There's a 10 per side. At least. It feels like it almost. No, it's like 4. Yeah, something like that. It's like 11. It's a lot.
Yeah. Also, my SB player didn't buy boots the entire game. I asked him if I was like, "Yo, Danny, get some boots." And he just pings Charge of Darkness level 4 ready. And I was just like, you know what? Let him be. Just let him be. It worked out.
Yeah, but the
We
bash
actually-
damage.
Dude, you get bat empowering haste. You don't need boots.
Yeah, but the bash damage goes with move speed, right? Yeah. So boots value.
Exactly.
So boots are good.
I don't know. This team is really weird. It's what you would expect from a Racers team, I suppose. But I don't know. At like they were winning by like 7k gold, but at no point did I feel like we were gonna lose the game.
Yeah.
It was like one of those series.
Who's
And-
drafting for their team?
I think it's no one.
Okay.
And they gave Akiri Murana again, by the way, and he had 40k damage, almost as much as Zeus.
Yeah. Looking solid.
I mean, I like teams like need to start banning that hero against us. Like I'll say it on here because I'm sure it'll get banned next week anyways. But come on, guys, like do some research. It's actually just sad.
Oh, have you looked at the matchups?
Yeah, we're playing sheep.
Oh, that sounds okay. I don't
So
think they're too good. But you guys are on the up and up, right?
we are on the up and up. We started 1-5. We are now 6-6.
It's pretty good.
So I think next week, how many weeks are left? 2?
Yes.
So we just have to go even.
Yeah.
We are exactly 500.
Yeah, you guys might have a really bad SOS though, since you.
We have a
started
real
out-
bad SOS.
Yeah, because you started out real bad.
But it's fine because we're gonna 2-0. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So like my team that has 8 wins, we're probably like guaranteed because we played like the best teams.
All right, casual brag.
No, it's not a brag. I'm just saying like I can feel more comfortable with 8 wins. That's what I'm. I mean, I'm not happy with 8 wins after this.
Oh. Also, fun fact about game 2: they took out their Divine 3 offlaner and put in their 6, I think.
Oh, Lone Wolf. I played some custom games.
No,
with
Lone Wolf played both games.
Wait, Lone Wolf's a Crusader though.
Yeah. They took out DX and put in Apprentice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that was really confusing.
Maybe he couldn't make game 2.
I don't know, man. Everything was just a shit show in this game. Everybody on my Discord was just dying, just from how clowny it was.
All right.
It was that kind of game.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna wrap it up here. So, do you have any closing thoughts? Any shoutouts for any callouts you'd like to make?
Yeah. Shout out to Akiri for showing up stoned out of his goddamn mind and actually just like somehow putting on he played Mirana both games and had 2 deaths the entire series, both in game 2. So shout out to that man for just, I don't understand how he did it. So that's all I got.
All right. Thanks a lot for coming on. Congrats on the 2-0. I hope to see you make
sir.
playoffs.
Thank you, sir. Well, I look forward to seeing you in the playoffs as well.
All right, we got Minna, aka Rainy. Hello, Minna.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right. How was your game 1 today?
They were good. They were pretty convincing. Pretty comfortable for the entire game for both game 1 and game 2.
Yeah, looks
yeah.
pretty solid. Game 1.
So like when I looked at their previous games and I noticed they first picked Potom for their mid player. So and I just let it through and ban most of Icy Eddie's heroes instead, and then pick the Clinks for the Potom counter, which kind of forced them to put in the side lanes instead. But yeah, like I don't know, they just didn't have an answer for Clinks, even though I first phased it. And it helped that I think I actually played well this series for once. So like basically we just had 4 people run around and fight them and run at them while a AFK hits neutrals on more. And yeah, eventually won the game.
Yeah, we had the same matchup with and Donger said he feels Ursa is pretty good versus Clinks, but I guess Ursa needs to have a good game for that.
Yeah, no, his I don't know, dude. They picked Ursa into Lich, which I don't know what that was. Like, a Frost Armor completely destroys that hero's game. He can't do anything. He even got it level 2, so his lane was just completely lost. Like, yeah. The Ursa did the least damage out of everyone except for his Phoenix. Like, he did less damage than our Lich and our Witch Dawn. He just didn't have a game.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty straightforward strat. And oh yeah, we did have a stand-in though. Like literally 2 minutes before the game was starting, like everybody was in the lobby or whatever. And Shul just like messaged us like, actually I can't play. Sorry guys, and just dips. So thank God Joel played a series early. We had to like do some role swaps and like change the way we drafted and played a little bit. It ended up working out, so whatever. Joel's a good player.
Yeah, Joel is pretty solid. Yeah, so what do you have else to say about game number 1?
Yeah, nothing really. I think minor outdraft and I feel like we outplayed on top of that. So the game was pretty straightforward. Just couldn't. They just had to group because they were always scared of Clinks and Axe. But then they have a Morphling that like lets a Morphling split farm the entire time.
Yeah.
Once we felt we were strong enough, we take Roche, go high ground, game's over. So yeah, that's a good game.
That's pretty solid to me. Yeah, I've seen this before as well from A. He actually goes to waveform on the Morphling.
Yeah, I see it more often now. I forgot who did it at Dream League, but they went waveform too, and I think it's actually better. 350 range is a lot. You have a lot more like room to play with.
What? No, the skill build, right? Maxing waveform first.
Oh, max waveform first. Oh, never mind. I don't know about that one. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I saw he did it last time. I saw one more thing as
Might
well.
just be like a habit or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean we've seen a huge shift to the adaptive. He actually went for the agility over the waveform range talent also.
Oh, okay. I mean that's like what people went for.
Yeah, but maybe if he knew he was gonna go E-Blade that game, it sort of makes sense.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like personally I feel like adapt strike is always better, but
no, I mean
it's
the
more damage.
Yeah.
Like what? It's less cooldown and more damage. And yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, let's.
He's living in 2015.
Let's just get into game number 2. Take a look at that.
Yeah, game 2 is basically the same. Like basically the same thing happened. You know, you have Centaur and Clinks instead of Axe and Clinks, and then instead of a Morphling Lich, you have Warlock Anti-Mage. But pretty much the overall structure of the game was actually the same. 4 people run around and fight them, and then Anti-Mage split farms. The draft was like a little bit closer this time, I think, because they had a good lane with Necro. And I think Ogre bottom did reasonably well bottom as well. But yeah, I don't know. We just outplayed them this game, I guess. They just couldn't do anything and just kept on. I think I solo killed Ice Yeti like maybe like 3 or 4 times, like mid game after I got the Orchid, and he just didn't have a game. He didn't have a game this game either. Which I mean was pretty intentional. Like I think last game too as well. We just banned all of his heroes like CK, PL, TB, Ursa, Weaver. It's like not a lot of heroes left for him to play. Yeah, pretty straightforward. They also picked the Bloodseeker for the AM counter, but you just take the blink range talent.
Yeah, it's the 15 talent now.
Yeah, so they needed to leverage like winning the lanes a lot harder, I think. And also ICID needed to get a Yules or a Lotus. Like, I don't know. He should have expected the Orchid Rush.
Yeah, he was probably trying to go for it, but after the Ags, that's
yeah, dude, no way. I think Veil Yules into Blink. Like I would have gone it before Blink, to be honest. Because I showed the Oblivion stuff pretty early. So should have known.
Yeah, and Yules is only like 500 more than the dagger, so it could have been really close to your Orchid timing with the Yules.
Yeah, for sure. So like he probably would have died like maybe 2 or 3 less times that game if he went Yules before Blink. But I don't know. Basically the same thing happened. They had to group up because of Clink's Centaur, and AM got farmed. He said after the game, he's like, man, I didn't do anything, I just hit creeps, but that's kind of how RD12 and Anti-Mage goes. You just have AM farming one side, and then like in RD12, I feel like split pushing people don't really deal with that well because the supports are like they're kind of slow to rotate and they show like way more than they should. So he always knows whether he's safe or not in the late game. So
Yeah.
yeah, pretty straightforward wins.
Yeah, all right. So, I mean, you're feeling confident too going into this. I talked to Nier and Baba just a while back. They're feeling pretty solid too.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys obviously you're the top two teams in the division.
Yeah, I think so. maybe a little bit cocky, but
No, that's fine.
yeah, people can talk when they actually beat us.
Yeah, I mean, we took a game. We did by the rulebook.
Yeah,
you
did
obviously
technically
proved
take a game.
Yeah, I mean, you proved
Well,
you proved it. You proved in the other game that clearly you played better as a team.
But yeah, pretty straightforward. Not much to talk about these games.
Yeah, so
I had a strat in mind and executed it. And shout out to Joel for standing in with like 2 minutes to spare. Pretty last minute, but yeah, he played good.
Yeah, all right. So do you have any closing thoughts, any shout-outs or any call-outs you'd like to make?
Nah, shout out to Joel for standing it.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for taking the time to get on.
Thanks for having me.
For sure.
Bye-bye.
Got USS Guam and Nolagon coming up. I actually need to get the link for that. There we go.
Hello.
All right, I am joined by USS
Soundproof is here as well. Sorry.
I am joined by USS Guam as well as Nolagon as well as Soundproof. There we go. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Sad.
Clap my hands.
We've not had a good, season at this point. One way to put it. Not really sure where to go on this, but we've lost 8 games in a row, FYI, at this point.
Are you looking at the noose or what?
That's
just
feels bad, man.
Ain't much more to say. Like, we lost 8 in a fucking row. To the pregame shit. We did have bullying in this game, and that's. I mean, hey, he wasn't full tilt mode, but wasn't exactly like Hayes back to the way he was first 2 games.
I'm just glad we 2-0'd. Sorry.
I'd honestly, right now, I feel like anyone could do us. We've declined so fucking
What
much.
a burn.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think we got some some different states of mind here. So let's try to be respectful at least.
Okay.
So yeah, let's just talk about the game. What exactly went wrong, Nolagon?
What went wrong? So top lane went okay at best. Got a few kills, but still getting denied these. I died a fucking ton, even though I got a shit ton of denies and a few kills on fucking Axe for it. But Bull's got a pretty decent amount of farm. Mid lane went pretty good, but that's kind of. Okay, I say it went pretty good. It wasn't like meh. It was farm trade, to be honest, even though Audible got like way more kills, he got way less GPM. And offlane, just bad. Like, that matchup isn't really. I would say draft-wise it is in my favor. But actual gameplay-wise, there's a fair bit of a skill gap, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's an ancient one, a legend one in a lane. So it's versus 2 divines, right? No, the Shaker Phoenix. The Shaker Phoenix. It's a bit of a skill gap. It's versus 2 divine players. So it's not the easiest.
They kind of just let us deny creeps and then contest. So they're like level 3 while we're like level 5.
I don't think it's that. I don't think Earthshaker Phoenix is that strong of a lane. I've beaten it several times with just terrible.
It's an aggressive lane. Like that lane is like you get even, and then you just fucking force the other guy out of the lane by burning through his region.
Yeah.
It's not about last hitting at all.
Yeah, if you don't get hit by the fire spirits and Echo Shaker doesn't Echo Totem you every time you go up, it's pretty easy.
But by all means, though, if they're playing properly, that shit should hit.
Yeah, it should.
Well, I'm not too sure about that. I can't say I've played lane, but we do have some other things to discuss in this game. I'm pretty sure.
I know.
I feel like we've been switching drafters around. We switched like 3 times, and I drafted this this game, and I tried to ban out the heroes that they seem to prefer in their games.
I got every fucking hero I wanted.
Oh, did you?
Rip.
Yeah. That's the sad part too. Like I got Guardian Phoenix game 1. I always go for that if I can get it. I got fucking Earthshaker, which is a nice rev hero whenever I play him. I got Shadow Demon, which is literally my most played support. I got fucking Quap, which is one of fucking RD Boy's like top 5 mids. And I got Billings Monkey King. Like I genuinely got all the heroes I wanted, and it's not like it's even a shit ton of heroes. You genuinely wasted bans.
Well, that's good and all, but like honestly, I think Quap sucks, and I think Monkey King isn't that good of a hero to pick. So like, it's all right.
That's fine, but I was never gonna pick Underlord in a million days.
Oh really? Well, hey
or
man.
Tiny.
I just made
or
sure.
Pugna. Or maybe Ember on a blue moon. But
well, we didn't want to play against Pugna, so bam.
Dude, SD against fucking TV though is pretty cancer.
I took 2,000 damage from my shadow stack at the end, and it was really.
I did 4,000 damage with Terribly Delusions alone, apparently.
When I played Ember against an SD, it was like the first week or second week in RD12, I think. I instantly died to a 25 Shadow Demon. Just due to the ulti, because he had Ags. He just ulted me like 2 times and I just died. I didn't think it would deal that much damage, but like 1,800 damage or something.
There are too many BKBs and Python Axe for me to actually do that. I had to actually fucking use Terrorblade himself to kill people.
Yeah. It's still,
that was like a really good Shadow Demon game too. The issue was mainly the fact that you had too many fucking BKBs and you scaled better outright.
Oh. Yeah. Shadow Demon, I haven't played against it a lot.
So in the team, I believe the main consensus was like fucking we were way too hesitant on going on you guys.
Really, with that lineup?
And like we never jumped you before you BKB'd
Yeah.
pretty much. Maybe like once or twice, but not often.
Also, you let us split push like a lot. Like we got a shit ton of damage done on that bottom tower. I just threw Roach on it and pretty much deleted it.
Yeah, and you guys would fight, and I killed your top tower and your mid tower while you guys fought. And even though we might have lost the fight, you lost your tower.
Anyway, I would say the main weakness of the team right now, which is currently a loss on it's pretty much like 70% shot calling and about 20% laning. In terms of reason why we're doing bad, like honestly, team answer it's kind of like chill, but nothing's really happening. Like nobody's really shot calling. I realize like I should fix that, but like fucking. I drafted Billions too, and it's not really happening. I said this before on other seasons too, so it's not really worth repeating like the 50th
All right.
time.
Do we have any more thoughts on game number 1?
Not really.
All right.
I got every hero I wanted, and I still lost really hard. So it's like this is just sad.
It looked pretty close in the graph in the kill score, but obviously I don't know how it felt in the game. It can be quite different.
The win graph pretty much is more accurate. They had map control like the entire game from 10 minutes onward.
Okay, but let's talk about game number 2.
Yeah, they drafted Alchemist before like 9th pick or whatever, and then they last picked it. and they sent Alchemist safe lane, and
And
I don't know
Bull's
about
hero
that.
pool is not like crazy big. He's got like 10-ish so heroes he's really good at, but the issue is like there's not like 10 meta heroes, there's just 10 heroes. And like we're kind of like between that and CK, and that was like our main two options. Bull himself said he wanted CK more. Oh, and anti-mage actually.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna pick maybe pick anti-mage.
But Bull himself wanted AM, and it's like fuck it, go with his choice, and that part didn't work out.
We laned. How we switched our lanes around. Did that fuck you up?
No, I had a fucking okay. Top lane went great regardless, to be honest, because I had a blink before anyone in the game as position for Lion.
Yeah, were you buying words? Like, how'd you get?
Yes.
That? Okay.
I bought like fucking 4 wards by that point. I actually bought more than Guardian because he struggled to get Tranquils. I was just getting that much gold. Because I was roaming around involved in like almost every single kill in the first 2 minutes. And because like you were owning our lanes, I was getting like way more gold for those kills than I should have. Which is like a good and a bad thing.
Your Alchemist was really screwed though, and I took tier 1 and tier 2 top.
Like he had bad like the issue is like we have Guardian who's like not a major support player. I'm not really sure I'd describe him as a major anything player, but like offlane at best. His support is like mainly just Phoenix, so it's like if we don't get Phoenix, I kind of just chuck him on meta shit, and he's okay with that for the most part. But he's not great at laning, straight up.
He couldn't have done much that game. That one's not his fault.
I know, but like when you're already behind, it's like he's like the guy who can make the lane go okay, and he's not really able to do that. Like I wouldn't expect them to, but if anyone's gonna do it, it's him.
I feel like you guys could have won that game if it wasn't for the PL being so far ahead. My team kept dying a lot in base.
We dove
like a lot, and I kept saying, "What's happening, guys?" You guys were getting a lot of money.
What basically happened is every now and then we decided we actually have something we can fucking do and just descend on you and kill people, but. That game was very much like RD Boy being most of our damage again on OD, and he just presses R. Like I think he genuinely one-shotted people that game again. Kind of does that every time.
You guys were just way too far behind in that game. Like we were throwing mega hard, I think.
I would just like the one thing good about my team is team fights, but that's kind of been the case on like every team I've been on. So like
Weaver. No, yeah, I can see it.
And like everything else, so like you kind of wrecked. It's like whenever it was a team fight, you would go straight back to the fountain. Everything else, though, nope, just did not work.
Yeah, PL didn't die, but our Weaver went Perseverance into like Christopher. We told him don't go Lincolns, and he's like, okay, I just won't finish Lincolns.
Yeah,
big question.
That was bad.
Also, why would you tell him not to go Lincolns against?
Well, first item Lincolns is so trash.
You don't go Lincolns.
I know it's bad. Like at the point where he's got the Perseverance, it's like.
Well, I
told him we were split. Half of us were telling him to finish it. The other half told him no. Half of us are retarded.
You know, it would have been better if he just bought a Lotus Orb.
I literally said like. Next time, it just tilts me when you first item Lincolns. Next time, change it. And I was like, change it now. I was like, oh, I mean, whatever. There's no point arguing.
Occasionally first item Lincolns, but that's like when I like basically have no concerns of how much damage I'm doing. Which you need fucking damage. We've sent it out.
Exactly. If he went damage early on, I think that game was going to end a lot faster.
And he was our middle, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if he just went something that wasn't Perseverance first, it may have ended a bit quicker. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but
he wasn't the thing ending the game though. PL was that thing. Like you were kind of like slowly sieging down our powers because Like I
Yeah.
needed 25 in Ags online to really like reliably kill you. Like everyone else, we can reliably initiate on apart from PL.
That's what I told everybody, but then everyone just died in your base.
Yeah, I didn't know
Wait.
what the fuck was going on.
Our
It's
mid,
okay.
our I think one of our players was high. He was just like, I'm Ursa guy. Ursa.
But all right, guys, we're gonna have to move it along here. So, Nullagon, do you have any closing thoughts, any shoutouts or callouts you'd like to make?
Like overall losing every game in like a pretty like boring manner is it's getting really sad. I really want to disband. It offers like one more game, but I've heard one more game for like the past 2 weeks and it's killing me inside. So shit.
Feels bad, man. On proof.
All right.
We're the unstoppable force of nature, and Guam is not our captain.
True. Very true.
All right, Guam.
I'm just planning on 2-0 to make playoffs this year. Easy peasy.
I think if I lose one game, I'm out of playoffs. So that's not looking good, given current
You just
track
need
record.
top 500 or some shit.
No, we are genuinely one more game, and it is impossible.
Oh, Pepe hands.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you managed to sort out Nullagon. I guess we'll see what happens for next week.
I just want to have fun. This is not fun. My mentality.
All right, GG. See you next week.
See you next season.
All right, coming up next we got Envy and Target. All right,
Hello.
I'm joined by Envy as well as Target from Patience team.
Hello.
Yeah, so let's just talk about this game number 1.
So we first pick Centaur. I think so. I get Illusion Carries banned against me once again. We banned Phoenix because you guys have a really good Phoenix player. Izumi gave me some insight in that you should probably ban Phoenix, you should probably ban Tree. So we did that. And then if we take Centaur Bane, and Centaur's super good, I think. And then we kind of, I think, win the draft with the 16 and 18 picks. Those were like Axe and Shadow Shaman can't do anything. Like Willow, Axe, and Shadow Shaman can't do anything against Amarana, really, basically. So,
Yeah,
and
you
then
definitely won both drafts.
Yeah.
I was really sad when your player who plays Channel Lot showed up because I noticed he hadn't played for you very much, and I was like,
he didn't
I was
play
like,
last
this
week.
is gonna be a really easy draft. Okay, then we had to ban like 4 heroes we didn't want to ban. Kind
Yeah.
of definitely lost them.
And then I think we won the draft with the Enigma pick at 18, and like Willow can't do anything against it. Shadow Shaman can't do anything against it. Monkey King is okay against the Eidolons. Like this was an Enigma 4, and then I feel like we really secured it with the Invoker pick, and you last pick Zeus, but a last pick Zeus feels really, really bad. It doesn't do anything.
That was like more of like limited heroes for plan
Yeah.
mid. There's one other thing that won you that draft. Do you know what it is?
What?
The banning the Brood. We were definitely picking Brood.
I mean,
like that
you
was
pick-
our game plan.
Yeah, if I think you had to take that at 17. If you're taking Invoker, I saw that you guys had a Brood player, so I just ban it, and we're picking Invoker, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we figured you're picking Invoker there like every time because your mid player seems to only play that one hero.
Yeah, maybe.
I
kind
mean,
of.
our mid player only plays that one hero too. Can't really play him.
No, only plays Phoenix.
So, yeah.
Wow, that was a different player. Well, I mean, we just swap roles. That's like most of our problems, honestly.
So lanes went Bane, Mirana top, and Enigma CK bottom, and then it was against Axe and Shadow Shaman. And see, all 5 of our heroes have stuns, and we got a lot of Sunstrike kills. Like we got like 5 or 6 Sunstrike kills. Invoker finished like 18-0. He was owning this game, and like Enigma didn't even get Blink until 40 minutes. Just bought BKB, and then it's only Call that can stop the black hole. And I feel like we just won all 3 lanes with this game.
Yeah, your Invoker player definitely outplayed our expectations of him. Yeah, I was laning against you this game. Usually, I get the easy lane with Patience, but this time I kind of ended up with R3 in lane.
Feels
I think we
bad.
did. I honestly think we did good considering, but it was just too hard of a lane. Like he listened to everything I say, but we like got 2 kills on you early, which was we still definitely got crushed, but we did get returned kills.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I was okay with dying. Like, we basically take tower. Like, Mirana isn't the best tower hitter, but we have Eidolons and we have Centaur to kill towers. And then Invoker just sits in the middle of the fight and casts all his spells. So
this game's not as much as fresh in my memory. We definitely lost too many lanes.
yeah. Okay, so you lost top and you didn't win mid super hard because
Did we even win mid? I don't think we won.
well, I feel like you needed a pick to win mid. I thought you were gonna lane the Monkey King mid and pick another carry. So
Well, our really high MMR player likes to play side lanes, so like, well, he doesn't really tell us what he wants is the problem. Like most high MMR players I've had with before. Yeah, we have role situations for sure.
Also, another thing to mention is that Monkey King died like 3 or 4 times in lane bottom, and that's just way too many times. Like,
yeah, I thought we should.
That hero, yeah,
when we came out of lane stage without winning that lane, felt really bad.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a win for us basically as a result. So.
Definitely. Yeah, last time we did Monkey King, he kind of won his lane and just like went 29-2, so we kind of felt confident giving it to him again, even though he really, really didn't want it. So maybe that's our fault.
Yeah. Also, Enigma pretty good against it because he can break all the trees.
So yeah.
Very good. Yeah, that was more or less game 1.
Yeah, I felt like I was a really bad axe in that game. It's not really my normal role. I definitely could have played better. Definitely like my worst game of RD2 all season so far.
Oof. Feels bad. There's always next week.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
let's get on next week.
Yeah, let's take a look at game number 2.
Let's see, game 2. So we took again, Target's team won coin flip game 1 and took last pick, and then we took Radiant. We took Radiant, and then we took Radiant again game 2 with our choice, and they took last pick again. And honestly, I think the strongest part about my team is that we don't care if we get first pick or second pick. Like I think having first pick and the 2 counter picks in the second phase won us both of the games, honestly. Like the 16 and 18 picks, especially game 2. So like Shaker, super weak laner, Doom, an okay laner, and then and we read the Lion and the Shaman picks at 15, and we take Centaur again, we take Ogre. Were you gonna take Wraith King game 2?
No, I'm the Wraith King player. Like we always pick we usually pick Wraith King for offlane here. Like you guys apparently. We weren't thinking that at all. I think our problem with our draft is we succeed when I win my lane, and we picked a Shaker, and it's like Shaker's such a weak lane, like you said.
Yeah, and we picked Ench at 18. Ench destroyed bot lane. Like
yeah, we thought it was gonna be Ogre, and when we saw an Ench, we're like, oh, this will be easier, but it kind of wasn't.
Well, like Doom has 1 armor, Shaker has 1 armor, he buys Blightstone, and I was literally just clicking the wave, and Ench was 2v1ing, so.
Yeah, there was at one point where we went for a kill in that lane. Well, I guess we were laning against each other. Like, there was one point when we probably could have turned that lane, when I went on the Enchantress when I got level 3, but we just fucked the block up, and the lane was awful from there.
Yeah.
That was a bit closer, though.
What are some of your thoughts? Because I feel like I've talked a lot.
Well, generally, like I felt like this game we were more tenacious. Another thought is we were 7-3 going into this, and we have the best strength of schedule, probably like top 3 for sure. So we were one game away from making the playoffs, right? And you guys shut us down, so that hit us. Team was mad. All instant snap Discord, even though I was pretty positive.
One of my players wants to know why you banned Visage both games.
I'm a Visage mid spammer myself, and second game first game it looked like a good Visage game. Second game, I don't know why you banned it.
Yeah, okay. Feels bad.
Yeah.
So this game we take the Wraith King, because he doesn't care about Doom, and he only cares about. And I was expecting the Invoker pick. There was no other hero that could get rid of Wraith King's mana, basically. And then like your cores are just really bad into Wraith King.
Yeah, this was a much better game. I feel like I played a lot better. I think the Void didn't work out. Like, we've never played the Void, but it was like his best pub hero, so we give it a shot. Didn't really work out.
Also, you Doom the Ogre.
Oh,
like
once.
That feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Oh, pause 5 Doom.
I mean, ideally you want to get that Lena every time, right? But it's hard. You didn't have any Doom targets other than Lena, actually. It was really annoying. But that's
So
first pick Doom for you.
Yeah, we fucked up a little in that you caught my entire team out while I was hitting midwave.
Yeah.
And then we
were split pushing a lot. Like, we were intentionally trying to find your team when you were with them.
Yeah. And then we fucked up a little bit going high ground, but I mean, basically, like, we got our blink daggers, and then we killed Invoker like 3 or 4 times, and I think that was enough to keep him down.
We were making a pretty good comeback, but then I think Lena got Aegis, and it was just like, oh, I can't kill.
Yeah.
It's so fucking impossible.
Yeah.
There was one moment in the game where I, like, preemptively jumped in Roche. I'm like, team, are we ready? I'm going.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I said 3 times, I'm going. Are you guys ready? They didn't say anything, then I went and fucking died. But yeah, that was the turning point for sure.
Were you gonna pick Brood game 2?
No, I don't even know why you banned that. We weren't thinking of it. Doesn't mean it wasn't good, but we had Invoker. It's like, why fuck with that?
Yeah.
Invoker side lane is
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could put Brood in the side lane, but you kind of abuse the farming then if you put a Brood in the side lane.
Yeah.
You can't put Brood in side lanes, but not with a Shaker.
No, it's just not as good anymore because right now it's all about farming the ancients and the medium camp, right? Like every time it spawns. Can't do that in side lane.
Yeah. I feel like we outdrafted you.
You outdrafted me, but I thought this was going to be a lot easier. Like, your team didn't play very good teams, but they had a good record. But, like, yeah, you definitely showed us for sure.
I mean, you guys were a good team until you played us. Apparently, got them.
Oh, dude, that's like my team. We were good once upon a time. Now we're below envy. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm showing people that I can play heroes that aren't illusion based. So
you didn't even go like Radiant's Manta build, dude.
I definitely did my scouting, and I'm like, yeah, we should. I looked at what every team was banning against you. It was like, literally every team is banning PL, Terrorblade, and Visage. I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
It's like a good idea.
Yeah. I don't really have any other thoughts on this game. I feel like we won. We crushed bot lane, and then Lena. I mean, the lead Invoker. My mid player says that after 6, Invoker wins. And then he basically just ran top, and Void died a lot of times. Void was 3 and 8. He was very sad. And
I think we had a lot of off games on my team though. Like, my Invoker game 2, Invoker game 2 is flaming himself. He didn't play that well. And Void definitely had an off game 2, like 8k hero damage. Oof.
Yeah, feels bad.
I will say this way, your team though, very well rounded. 4 ancient guys. Like, your supports definitely outplayed our supports by a fair bit. Makes it easier.
I almost have a 3rd divine, man. My MMR
well,
total.
We have almost 4 divines, but you know, I didn't.
We have 1 divine.
Overrated. I would rather have like a second ancient support player. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think my supports are the true stars of my team. We had incredible vision over all of you guys. Like, especially the game 2. I thought.
Yeah, game 2 we had 4 wards in stock. 9 minutes in, I'm like,
Oof.
His warding's not too bad though, Talus. No flame.
Yeah.
All right,
Fantasy
let's
can destroy you.
let's move it on here. So, Envy, any closing thoughts, any shoutouts or callouts you'd like to make?
Shout out to Shade, who can play heroes other than Chen, and for playing Enigma for the first time in like, I don't know, a couple months, I think. It worked out.
Shout out to Frenzy for getting us an easy. That's about it.
You kind of cut out.
Oh, I said shout out to Frenzy for getting us an easy.
What?
What? You cut it again.
I said shout out to Frenzy for giving us an next.
Is he trolling on purpose or what? This has to be on
know.
purpose, right?
No.
I
I think if I talk in long sentences, it's cutting out. Is it cutting out? What's happening?
I don't know. You cough in the same spot all 3 times.
Shout out to Frenzy for getting us an easy.
Dude, it happened again.
All right, dude.
What?
You're off, dude. All right, no shoutouts allowed. All right. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thank you.
What?
Good luck with making playoffs, Target.
No.
All right. About to finish up. We got Accepted and Wizard. Where's Accepted? Where is Accepted? Yo, where's Accepted?
I think he said he was not coming.
Okay, I mean, all right. It is you and I then.
Yeah, I believe it was his interpretation that he's just going to bed after that one. So.
Okay, all right. Talk to me about game number 1.
All right, game number 1. This was just a super hard game for us, actually. Like, we won bot lane, and then we did nothing for about 30 minutes. We had a hard time turning the pickoffs that we were getting into objectives. So like it took us a long time to siege towers to rotate around the map. I don't know, it was just hard. And then late game we start winning fights with the Void ultimate and Tiny existing and Gohan being a fucking invoker god, and then Roughneck gets Weaver Ags, and suddenly it's a lot harder to take 5-on-5s. The Ags was devastating to us. I feel it.
Yeah, it's the chrono counter.
Yeah, chrono counter. But I don't know. I think this game was definitely winnable for us. I think we wasted a little too much time early game and didn't press our advantage hard enough. There was some talk in our Discord later about like needing to follow through on shot calls. But the game losing fight for us is just like near the end of the game. It's just we take a fight and then the Spectre gets Weaver Agsed out of a chrono, and then we get dumpstered. So it was very sad. I think it was winnable.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have a lot of team fight for the late game. It's all about the execution.
Yeah, I got picked off a bunch too many times on the Tiny. Like, I mean, 15 and 12. That's like I got kills, but I was also dying far too much. I feel. So it was hard to move around the map. I will say that Rubidy's team is super good at splitting the map. I mean, we knew where they were. We knew they were playing top a lot of the time, and just splitting the map really well and pushing for towers and trying to make us to go back. And they did a really good job of it. So I think that's part of why we got punked so hard that game. And it was a long game, hard game, very frustrating loss.
Yeah, feels bad. Yeah, quite a bit near the 50, 60-minute mark there, but
yeah,
then you
and
couldn't
I
kill
think
him.
like, well, like the dire advantage is like tiny, about like 30 minutes into the game. I think if we, pressed our luck more, we could have just really ramped it up. And
Yeah, I mean that's the timing where you had the Aghanims on Void too, so you can just
yeah,
chrono every minute.
chrono every minute. Tiny runs around and does things. I wasn't running around enough. And it was sad.
Yeah, like by that point they're not really that tanky. And Gohan, he had an Aghanims, he had some levels. I mean, you could probably chrono anyone and just kill them with a Sunstrike.
That was what we were doing.
It's
for
all about
a
finding
long
them.
time.
Not the
Yeah,
easiest.
and early game, the Spectre just did not have a fun early game. Like I took a wet shit on her like throughout most of the early game, and then she catches up eventually and plays Spectre, gets farm, gets items, becomes impossible to kill. Impossible, yeah.
Yeah, that's the word.
and Forrest did a really good job on Alina as well, splitting the map and whatnot. I think we could have picked him off a couple more times because he plays really aggressively. But I think that's on us definitely. He did a great job with it.
Yeah. Why are you guys not first facing the ET though?
We didn't first phase the ET this game. Um, I don't know why. I'm trying to think. Well, no. Here's what would happened. I saw that the ET was like available, and I thought to myself, I don't see what their carry is. I see like a Weaver who I can't hit with Stomp. I see an Earthshaker who can interrupt me, and I say, I want to wait to see what their carry is before we try and get the ET pick. And then they ban it. And I was very sad. And then they banned Centaur, and I'm even more sad.
But I mean, it looks like you did pretty solid on the tiny. Like those denies at the lane.
Yeah, well.
Classic 54 denies, you know.
Yeah, 54 denies. It happens. I mean, you're playing tiny. You hit level 6. Suddenly, nobody can last hit anymore. It's very sad. But I definitely had issues on the tiny. I did get kills, but I could have been way more effective in the early game with the early 12-minute blink and probably in decently early Shadow Blade. I definitely could have done a lot more this game, and I don't know. It was very hard to find picks.
Yeah. Okay. Utilize the smoke item maybe.
Yeah, I did call a couple times to. A lot of our problems, actually, as a team, I feel, are vision dependency. So I made a couple calls. It's like I want to smoke up. I want to get wards down in their jungle. I don't even care if we find a pick off. I want to just get wards up, and it was kind of hard to get that to happen. And Tiny is pretty pick off reliant, so
Yeah.
not too much.
Definitely after the change now, it's he doesn't scale nearly as well anymore.
Oh yeah, no. I miss Ags, dude. I miss Ags.
I don't think the Ags was great when it was in the games. I wasn't a big fan of the Ags. It was only I'd get it when I had to go high ground because it was really good at killing buildings, but that's it.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I liked the Ags.
I missed the move speed is what I missed the most. The move speed on ulti. Please give it back.
Yeah, that killed me. It was like not literally, but like every time I was walking around in Shadowblade, I was like, why am I not going at the speed of sound right now? And then realized I'm not playing.
Yeah, it was
6.8
like
tiny.
yeah, it was a lot of move speed.
It was.
But yeah, let's take a look at game number 2.
Game number 2 was just pain, endless suffering. There's a sniper in this game going 19-1. Yeah, it's just I barely even want to think about this game. What I think happened this game is we draft Bear the Earthshaker because he's normally a roaming player, right? We want him to roam around and try and do stuff mid. Even though roaming's not meta, it's what he likes to do. It's what he's good at. I feel we can work effectively with that. So we pick up the Bear Earthshaker because we can either give that to him or we can give that to me because I play an okay Earthshaker. And it's like, okay, we can just send the Bear to roam around and do stuff mid. And then we think, okay, we need to pick me an offlaner that can survive on his own and potentially have a huge ult because I like playing initiators. I like playing something with an AoE stun. Give me that and I'm happy. So Enigma fits that bill. I can solo lane as Enigma. I just deny every ranged creep and then keep going. And then we picked the Monkey King, and I thought that was an Alex hero, like accepted hero, and I was wrong. We last pick the Medusa, which just completely invalidates what we were going for. Like we didn't even have last pick. We couldn't find the ideal Medusa lane, so we picked the Medusa, and then suddenly Bear roaming doesn't mean as much because he can't really walk all the way up to top, and rotating onto a Medusa lane is just it's pointless. That hero is not really effective in getting kills, and then me getting a solo lane doesn't mean as much. And the Enigma and Medusa don't play nice together because they both want to be farming jungle. So that it was just the Medusa was incoherent, and then they pick Sniper on top of that, which it's like the perfect pick. We probably should have banned Sniper, but I'm of the opinion that like we would have just gotten counter mid anyway, regardless of what happened after we picked that Medusa. It's like it's so hard. They had the last pick.
Last time I played sniper with some Monkey King once, and I got destroyed. The Monkey King bought a blink dagger. It was also RTZ. It was not fun.
Oh. Yeah, that hurts, dude. Yeah, if Monkey King can catch up to the sniper, he's dead. He couldn't catch up. All right, so
Yeah,
like,
I mean he's so far behind too. He had a bad lane,
Yeah.
Sniper has a pretty good laners to do so.
Oh yeah, Sniper has an amazing lane versus Medusa. Sniper has an amazing game versus Medusa. So like 3-4 minutes into the game, Except is just like, all right, can we swap lanes? And go on said, dude, it's already too late. Like we can't do anything. It was, I don't know, it was probably the best pick they possibly could have gone. So kudos to.
Yeah, they have a lot of chaos in the fight as well, so it's hard to get to the sniper. They have the haunt, they have the centaur coming in.
Oh yeah.
Very early ags on the centaur too.
Yeah, the early ags wasn't all that meaningful. Like it's obviously a good pickup on Centaur, but I didn't feel the impact of it. It's just kind of like added onto the pile. I got decent like Midas into Blink, and I wanted to get a BKB, but at that point they were already at Arax. I had not anticipated the game to go that badly so quickly. By the time we were just getting dumpstered early, I was like, okay, this game might be over. And it was not fun at all.
Yeah, it looks pretty sad for you guys. You didn't get too many kills that game.
No, I think what we could have done is instead of the Monkey King Medusa pick, we could have picked Gohan, whatever the fuck he wants, mid. We could have just sent them MK mid versus a sniper, and that could have worked. I think we give Gohan a playmaking mid player, and we just stick Alex in the safe lane. Medusa is not an instant win for us. I don't think so. It's I think we just needed to draft our cores a little better, and we'd have a chance that game. But yeah, it was super hard versus the sniper. I could not get to the sniper at all because I had the blink, and I was working on a BKB, but he's got range. It was hard to catch up to him.
Yeah, I mean, even then, it's hard to get on top of the sniper. I assume he also got the 20 talent, so even when you have BKB, it's very easy for sniper to cancel it. Yeah, he did. So he can always cancel your black hole from anywhere very quickly with the 20 talent.
Forrest is saying in chat, outdrafted. It's like, yeah, totally. Yeah, dude. The sniper pick was absolutely devastating. Although we did shoot ourselves in the foot as well, I think. I do like the Enigma Earthshaker. I think that if we get our other core straightened out, I think that can work.
Yeah, you can do these shakers, Earth Spirit, Tusk, stuff like that. When you have an offlaner that's self-sufficient, like say Enigma, Enchantress can do it, like some other heroes depending on matchups, and that's when you can put in those roamers. I mean, it was also done at TI, Earth Spirit, a number of times.
But if the mid doesn't benefit from ganks, I mean, what's the point? I mean, just
Very true. Like say, I mean, if you had a sniper instead, right? That would be easy ganks.
We had a sniper instead. Oh my god.
Yeah. But obviously they had last pick, so they could get some stuff. But it's that would just an example of it would be very easy to set up ganks with that.
Yeah, I think we just needed a non-farming mid, and the game goes better. But I still they played really well around the Centaur and the Ogre. The Centaur, the Ogre, the Sniper, all of those heroes just kind of walk at us all game. And it's really hard. Like, we have Witch Doctor, we got Monkey King, we got Enigma. They can blow us up really fast. So. And we honestly, after getting Spectred game 1, we probably should have banned it, but like I don't know. Yeah, Spectre was really impactful game 1, but if we had not missed our window so hard game one, we would have been able to
Yeah.
deal with it better.
There's definitely an opening before they managed to get the Aghanims on the Weaver there in game 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Game 2, there's I don't know that game was over from like the first 3 minutes. I hate saying that, but
So do you have any closing thoughts, any shoutouts, or any call-outs you'd like to make?
closing thoughts. Shout out to Rubity team. They did a great job. The sniper pick was absolutely poggers. The Weaver Ags was also really good. You guys played great game 1. So a lot of fun playing you guys. Except, yeah, a lot of fun overall. Shout out to my captain for letting me speak for him here. And that's it really.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time coming on. I appreciate it. Hope to see a better result next week.
All right.
And good night.
Hopes. Good night.
All right, we're coming up on the very last guess, which is Frenzy. Let's see if I can find the game. Did I get the game actually? Yeah, Frenzy linked it. All right. I'm now joined by Frenzy. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's up, man?
You know, it is about to hit 7 a.m. and you're my last guest, so perfect. Yeah, I managed to catch a small glimpse of this game in between my games, I believe. So yeah, talk to me about your game number 1.
I mean, game 1, I got my hero, and I don't know. There's that much to say about that. I think they got first blood on me actually, because my support or your bad when he pulled, and so I was alone, and so they just like stunned me 3 times. And then I got tipped, and then I got kind of mad, and so I think I got like 5 kills in lane or something like that. And I just kind of went off in this game. They don't have any heroes that are good against Arc Warden. It felt like a free game to me, honestly. I think we took like one bad fight where like my team went up high ground or something and they died and I wasn't there. I tried some new build too where I went like diffusal. I ended up getting rid of it though because my range was too long. It's like getting diffusal on sniper. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
kind of cool, but you can't like use it unless you're like right next to them.
Yeah, it's like I think you have okay range until you get the range talent, or
Yeah, I mean,
you obviously went Pike too, so yeah.
Against against Medusa and like Veno and Monkey King, Pike is pretty necessary.
Yeah.
Because like Medusa's really weak to being outranged, and then Monkey King you can just get away from him and get out of ult and stuff. So it's pretty necessary that game.
Yeah. The link is just for a swap, I guess. It's like it's like they only have 2 things, right? You either block a stun or a swap, so it's pretty solid.
Yeah, and so pretty much what I was thinking to myself was, we were getting to this point where I was going to push up high ground, and then I was telling my team, I was like, hey, I'm just going to buy BKB and then just send double up and just like hit the building. But then I was kind of thinking to myself, if I buy BKB and like try to man up on someone with my actual hero, I'll just get swapped and like I might die. And that could be bad. So I just went to Lincoln's, and it still worked for kind of the same thing because the only way they could stop me was to throw out a stun. And so I would just send my double up there, they'd throw out 1 stun, and I'd get like a third or half HP on a building before
Yeah.
it could actually stop me, because then Venger would have to kind of get close to stun, and she'd be kind of scared because we might initiate on her because we had an axe and stuff.
Yeah, and of course, you just spam the wraiths around as well. You don't want to just run into that as a support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, seems fairly straightforward.
They just picked heroes that weren't good against my hero. So I was actually really baffled that they picked Medusa 22. Because that hero is so bad against Arc Warden. Like she can get like multiple rapiers and it still doesn't matter. She just dies.
Yeah, I mean, she's not gonna hit anyway, so.
Yeah. And I've always liked it versus Monkey too, because you just kite him, kind of like a sniper would.
Yep, I'm a big fan of that matchup too.
And I mean, Zeus went 9-0 and 27, so he had like an amazing game. He just did his thing, dropping spells.
Yeah. The Wraith King can be a problem, but it's like if it's a carry that's ahead, that's when it can be a problem.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
behind, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't do
once
anything.
once he started to get like a lot of skeletons, it was kind of annoying just because like I can't be really aggressive because he can just pop skeletons and then like my flux and stuff doesn't really do much. Um, so I just started like making a lot of rotations early because I had a pretty good lane, so I was up in levels. So I would like TP and gank Medusa like twice, I think, and then we went and I TP'd to MK's lane and we got a kill there and we pushed the tower. So I was like really active early too. Slowed them down a lot.
Yeah, early BOTs.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. Yeah. Do you have any more thoughts on game number 1?
Let me think if I can figure out anything specific. No, I think it was mostly it's just a good game for me. That's all. It didn't matter how late that game went. It was a good matchup.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into game number 2.
And the meme game, but not really a meme game. So like during the draft, they got to like the 18 pick with like the ban right after, and they picked Magnus, which I'm sitting here thinking, okay, they're gonna pick some melee core, obviously, and then they ban out TA, and then they pick Tusk, and like in the moment, like I have no idea what's happening. Like my mind can't even fathom it. I'm sitting here thinking, like, is this like a safe lane Legion or a safe lane Magnus with like mid Legion or something? Like I was just like really confused, but I was thinking to myself, okay, they have 4 strength heroes. I'm just gonna pick like Timbersaw and just go off, you know.
Yeah.
And then like Rainmaker's just gonna like build super late game carry, like to be greedy. And then I'm doing pretty well in my lane. I think I help out another like the other lanes get like a kill or two. And I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, I could be greedy. I go for this like Bloodstone, and then at some point something just happens, and like Tusk comes out of nowhere, and I don't really remember what time this was, but then he just like hits a creep, and I just die. Like I'm gone. I'm not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I just didn't like you can't expect it unless you've seen it before. He's just got this empower with like triple battle fury, fucking heart, and just apparently like the crit talent or something is bugged, and he like crit like 4 times in a row at one point with 12% chance, which is kind
Wait,
of
what?
absurd.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Apparently it's bugged, yeah. Where like it might not be pseudo random or something like that. But yeah, like had I known how that was gonna be, because he had a pretty bad lane, I think too. Like they pushed down his tower really fast, and he was kind of farming slow. Had I just known, like I feel like I would have gone Aeon Disc earlier and like built like tankier instead of being greedy and going Bloodstone, because that slowed me down a lot after I got fucking like one shot. And then even though that they had this like crazy combo, I think we still had a really good chance of winning the game. Like there was a couple times where we were like pushing high ground really well and whatnot. But I think that the nail in the coffin for us was like Rainmaker had like bought back at one point, and he was defending our Rex mid, and I guess his Windows updater did something, and like his game like went away because Windows update, and we didn't pause, and he's just like standing still, and I'm like yelling like, you need to like run away, like I'm pinging his leap, and he just like dies. He's like standing still, and I'm like, holy shit. And then he comes back in, and he's like, yeah, I told you guys my Windows update, and I was just like, dude, like I didn't hear you say anything. So he like died. He died back right there, and that was insanely costly. I mean, the game was like way harder just because it caught us off guard. So like I'm not taking anything away from them because the combo was sick. I had never seen anything like it. I think that combo is fucking absurd. Like that's some shit that we might see in like a pro game at some point.
He has nothing defensive for 50 minutes on Tusk though. I feel like
Yeah, I mean like
he can punch once, but
he has Snowball, and then he had Legion behind him. Anytime he'd get like gripped or anything, Legion would just like heal him, and so he'd be out of it, and then he would just like snowball until like like Phoenix Egg was gone or anything bad was gone. He would just like snowball and then roll in and one punch.
One punch.
Yeah, and it's like we all bought these Aeon discs, but they're like 90 or whatever second cooldown they are. You pop it once, and then he just comes in with this 12-second cooldown crit and just freaking kills everybody if you're standing there. So it was really hard to play that game for us. Just I think because it caught us off guard. I mean, it was sick though. Like that's some shit that like I want to do now. Like it was really cool. Like super props to them. Like I did not see that shit coming.
It looks like they were like, we're gonna have some fun this game. And they,
Oh yeah.
because of the Ags, Kaya, Magnus as well. Yeah.
I mean the
One
Ags,
shotting waves.
like no lie, I think Ags on
Oh shit.
Magnus is really fucking good. Like you just farm so fast.
Yeah, it also deals a lot of damage to heroes because it's not actually reduced.
Damage, yeah.
It's only reduced on creeps, so you get 2 full shockwaves on heroes.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense why they banned this TA too. That would have been a really good pick. Like looking back, had I known that this was the strat, like TA would have been really good because you just negate that entire cleave damage with refraction.
Yeah.
For free. Yeah, that shit was wild. Shit was actually wild.
That's not what you expect.
Yeah, it just baffled me because I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, dude, I'm unkillable. I can do whatever I want. I can just be diving if I want to, and then just this guy just hits a creep and I'm gone. I was just like, holy shit, dude, I'm actually dead. I had to like double check and like see if I wasn't like clicking on someone else who was dead. it blew me away. And I ended up going like this like E-Blade build that I felt was actually pretty useful. It could save people from duel. Tusk couldn't like hit me. I just like E-Blade myself or E-Blade him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was possible to win, but we needed to like make really few mistakes after we realized what the hell was going on. So I don't really know what else to say about that one. Maybe had we all like gone blade mail or something.
I mean, he took a long time before he got his first HP item, but
I think
if he
like
just
75,000.
it's pretty hard to react
Tusk.
to the blink punch just that fast.
Yeah, like I said, had I known that was a thing, could have like played around it or picked something else around it. Or that's just crazy. Ban
I mean,
that
it's
shit.
like if you want to do it, why don't you just play Conka though? If you want to do what he did, right?
I don't know. I mean,
I know it's a more reliable crit, but it's like I think Conka's
Tusk
just
count.
a better hero though. Like,
I don't know. I feel like Tusk just did so good that game. Like that shit is honestly it's so like under the radar. I almost want to say OP in that combo. I don't think Tusk could like get by without the Magnus with that combo. Like because he had the Magnus, it enabled it so much. I don't think he would have done enough damage without the Empower.
Yeah.
At least it would have taken him a lot longer to get to that point. So yeah, I mean Magnus pick was sick, but the Tusk with it just I don't even know.
all right.
It's some good shit. Yeah.
All right. Do you have any closing thoughts, any callouts, or any shoutouts you'd like to make?
Not that I can think of really.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time and joining me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
How are you guys doing now, by the way? Like in the middle?
Oh yeah, we're like dead even, like 6-6 or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
that, so.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's still okay. 2 weeks to go. You wanna try and get 9 wins. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck in the future weeks, and I hope you make playoffs.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And good night.
I take it easy.